Good morning. It is Saturday. It's pretty early. I usually don't film this early, but I'm up early and my husband's working, so it's always easier to film videos when he's occupied on the phone and he can't get off. And today's a fun video because I have a sponsor for you guys. I have a new company that I'm talking to you about. We're gonna do a little, I guess, face mask and chat. I can do a little story time and then like a little simple skincare routine that I've been not using lately because I've been testing so many products, but I'm about to test a new skincare line for a video later this month. And I wanted to sort of do an old favorite, I guess, an old favorite skincare line from some products that you guys could have gotten in the last month or two from like boxes and stuff. It's one I've shown on Instagram before. I really love this skincare line, or the skincare routine especially. And since I'm about to jump into some new stuff, I figured I'll just do like an old favorite and then, you know. Okay, so today's sponsor is CUDDLEPLUSHY. They contacted me about their towels and robes and all of their sort of like bath accessories. And I was really interested in working with them because their products are made with 100% cotton, and their cotton is sourced from Pakistan-grown fields without using toxic pesticides or fertilizers, free from genetic modification, and they don't use irrigation, so it's only rainwater. So I figured this would be a really good addition to my channel. I could tell you guys about some 100% cotton towels and robes and things. I'm wearing one of the robes right now, the one that they sent me. I really like this sort of like waffle style robe in this pretty blue color. They also sent me over a bath mat and some face towels. So thank you to CUDDLEPLUSHY for sponsoring this video. And then let's talk about all things CUDDLEPLUSHY. So they sent me the package with a few things in it. I'm gonna insert the clip here of me unboxing it. Everything came nicely wrapped. It was, it was very nicely put in the package. There was separate boxes or separate compartments for like each thing. So in the first box was the 3 little washcloths that they sent. In the second box was the bath mat. And then underneath was the robe. Everything came in like tissue paper, wrapped in a little ribbon, which was very nice. It was just a very nice experience to open all of the products and have them all laid out sort of so nicely. Everything feels really high quality. They're really soft. The bath mat felt really nice on my feet. I'm gonna be using the hand towels with you guys today when I do my skincare routine. We're gonna wash off the mask. And then the robe just feels very, it's like nice and thick, but it's soft. It's really nice quality. It does come in a variety of colors. I chose blue. I believe they also have white and gray in this specific style. They also have another style of robe that is 100% organic cotton, and it's white. It's more of sort of like a spa style, like plush robe, where this one is more sort of like a waffle style. I would still consider this like a spa style because you see these in spas sometimes, right? And I really liked this one. Just feels really high quality, and I'm excited to have, you know, cute little robe that I can put on right as I get out of the shower. I'll leave some links to the CUDDLEPLUSHY website where you can take a look at their explanation of ingredients, their sort of like supply chain. They used mostly undyed fabrics. I think the blue is probably dyed, but it says that most of them are undyed. Everything's 100% cotton again, just really nice quality if you're looking for bath towels. They do have a shower curtain, the bath mat. They've got a hair towel, lots of hand towels. They even have some baby products where they have like one of those hooded baby towels, which would have been nice if Oliver was a little bit smaller. He's very large now. They had the baby washcloths, slippers. They had all kinds of stuff. So definitely check them out if you're in the market for, new towel sets, new bath accessories, new robe, things like that. I do also have a discount code for you guys down below if you want to check them out, make a purchase of anything. And that concludes sort of this like sponsored session. And then we're gonna get into, we're gonna do a little mask and chat. Figured I'd do a little like story time of our pretty interesting week. Well, not the week, but like the day, that we went to go see the snow. So I figured I'd talk about that. Nothing much exciting happens to me these days. So if I have like a semi-exciting story, I should come on here and tell you guys about it. So I'm not gonna traditionally, like wash my face with a cleanser or anything this morning. I'm just gonna use a micellar water that I'm testing It's part of that skincare line that I was talking to you about, or that I mentioned in the beginning of this video that I'm testing for later this month. So far, I mean, I did use them all last night as sort of like initial first impressions, not on camera or anything, just for me. And I'm already like really excited to talk to you guys about them. So this is just a micellar water from the line. And I like to use micellar waters to cleanse my face on the days that I'm not taking a shower, which I didn't today. I don't every day, especially on days I know I'm not going to do anything. I think I'm just cleaning my house today. So that's that, just cleans the skin without having to like rinse it or anything. And then I'm gonna use one of my favorite masks that I actually forgot to tell you guys about in my favorites. I forgot quite a few things. I thought about doing like a forgotten favorites video of like the things that I forgot to put in my favorites. But I don't know, I haven't quite decided yet. But this is the Schaff Arctic Mud Treatment. I used this a lot, as you can see, last year. I really like it. So it's hyaluronic acid, Gatu Cola, Arctic Mud, niacinamide, peptides, almond oil. It's fragrance-free, all skin types. This is another fragrance-free line. I've tried most of the other products, and my two favorite products from them are the cleanser. They have like a cleansing foam. And then this, I've tried their other stuff like their moisturizers and all that, but that didn't really, they didn't really speak to me. I don't know, they didn't do much for my skin, but I really like this mask. So it says it's designed to visibly improve your complexion, restores radiance, refines skin texture, and imparts a healthy glow, and I love this mask. Oh, I have talked to you guys about this one. I did it in that sort of like skincare reset series that I did last year. I like doing this one, and then I like doing that 5 Yena, which by now you will have seen my Beauty Heroes video. They have been rebranded to Yena, so they dropped the 5. I like to do their biocellulose mask after this, and my skin just looks like incredible. I don't know if I will do that today. I'll have to see how I'm feeling. I won't do that one on camera if I decide to do it. I'll just sort of like do it off camera and then come over, show you the end results, and then we'll do skincare, but I haven't quite decided. But I do love doing that combo. It's one of my favorite combos. All right, so that's that mask. We're gonna leave that on for at least 15 minutes, long enough for me to tell you about our sort of little adventure. I'm also drinking the Vegan Nutrients Nutri-Chic. I talked to you guys about this in that video last week. So it's another, where this one is like an unscented, essential oil-free skincare line. The vegan one as well. If you haven't checked that out and you're interested in, you know, unscented, essential oil-free skincare lines, I like the vegan line better, but I do like this mask. So if you want a mask to go with the vegan line, I would pick this one up, though it's like always sold out. I need to get a refill of it, but it's like it's every time I look at it anywhere, it's like always sold out. The Choosy Chick has it, but it's like always sold out again. So I would add that in to your vegan skincare line if you decide to pick that up or check it out or anything like that. I do like the Schaff mask. It's really, really good. So I'm just drinking the Nutri-Chic drink, which I really like. It does have monk fruit and stevia, which honestly, for me, I don't really mind. We've actually been eating a lot of monk fruit, well, more than before, because my husband has gotten into sort of like low carb stuff. He's like off and on the Optavia diet. It's definitely not vegan. But I've sort of like, I'm trying to like let it go. Well, Oliver's in here. He's going to be in and out. Okay, so our snow trip. So I'd been watching we like to go see snow every year. We try anyway. We have been for the last 4 years now. We drive up north to Flagstaff, where we usually see some snow.
And we were stuck.
We were stuck, that's right. So I had been watching the weather, because my stepdad has a house up in Williams, which is a half an hour away from Flagstaff. So it's about a 3-hour drive from here, and then it's a half an hour to Flagstaff from Williams. So we drive through Prescott. to get to Williams. And then if you want to go to Flagstaff, you can just drive east another 30 minutes and it's there. So he's got a house in Williams. So I've been watching the weather for Williams because we didn't really get to see snow last year. There just wasn't, it didn't snow hardly at all last year. This year I've been watching and I noticed that there was going to be like a winter snowstorm or it was just going to snow. Like I didn't know initially it was going to be like a winter snowstorm, like an actual winter weather alert. You know, they had that all over the weather page that I was watching. So I saw that it was going to snow for like at least a couple of days. So I was like, okay, let's plan a day trip to go see some snow because this might be the only opportunity that we have to go see it. Because, you know, we didn't go to California this year, which we usually do every year to go to the Indie Beauty Expo. We've been doing that since 2015. Every year we have gone to at least one of the Indie Beauty Expos. Mostly we just go to the California one because it's closest, but if we happened to be going to Texas like around the time we went in 2017, and then we went to New York a couple of times, but those aren't trips that we make often. We don't like plan around them. We plan around the LA one because it's easier to get there. It's only 6 hours from here. So we're not doing the California trip this year, obviously, because Indie Beauty Expo is not happening, and we're just not going to go to, you know, California to do nothing. You know, sit in a hotel room because that's what you'd have to do, you know, right now. So I've still been watching to see snow, to see if we can see some snow. So, you know, my stepdad's got the house in Williams. It's easy to drive up there. It's pretty secluded. There's like nobody. I mean, it's a pretty big neighborhood that he lives in, but it's still sort of like an up and coming neighborhood. They're building, they're custom houses. It's not really like an HOA situation where all the houses are the same. They're all the houses in the area are different, but it's every time we go, there's like nobody. So I don't know if it's just, I don't know if people live there long term, you know, like full time, or if it's just like a vacation place for some people, because it is sort of like a vacation place for my stepdad. So we get to drive up there, you know, spend some time away from the city, you know, go experience like nature and things. Because my stepdad used to have a house in Colorado while I guess he's my ex-stepdad. So my stepdad and my mom got divorced, but we still see him. And so he sold the house in Colorado when they got divorced because it was too big and far away and nobody could like come out. It was an 8-hour drive. We hadn't made the drive since Oliver was born. As much as we really wanted to go, it wasn't feasible anymore. So he wanted to get something closer so people could still visit. So this one is much more doable. We can do like a day trip if we wanted to, which is what we had planned to do. We planned to take this day trip to go see the snow. Well, so it snowed a bunch. It snowed the night before. It was supposed to snow that same day. Oliver's playing in the CUDDLEPLUSHY box back there. Pugsley's watching him. He's silly. So we were gonna leave early in the morning. Like the timing was all off. We really should have done it differently. Like the timing was all off. So I wanted to leave early. But I also had like a financial appointment at like 9 because I set up an account that's going to be sort of like a college fund for Oliver. We didn't set up like a traditional college account like a 529 or a custodial or anything like that. It's just a joint account my husband and I are going to put money into and then like invest, you know, for Oliver, because he's 4.5 almost. We need to get that started so it starts to grow. You know, by the time he's ready to go to college or trade school or whatever he wants to do, I'm not going to stick him in a box like my parents or like my mom did, where she was like, no, you're going to college. He can do whatever he wants. So like when the time comes for him to, you know, when he's done with high school, he can decide what he wants to do. If he wants to go to college or a trade school, or maybe he just wants to start his own business, who knows? We'll see what he wants to do. But the money, we want money to be there. So we had some money set aside, you know, we had some estate money from my grandma when she passed. You know, we saved some of the Christmas money that my parents gave us this year because we were going to start a college fund for him. So we did that. So I had that appointment at like 9 this morning. So I was afraid driving up that we would like lose connection somewhere and I wouldn't be able to get this like appointment done. So we waited. So we had the appointment. It was done by like 10. Then we got all like showered and ready. And then we drove to my stepdad's house. We picked up his 4-wheel drive because ours is not a 4-wheel drive. And we wanted to make sure that we could get out of the snow if there were, if we needed to, which it was a good thing we ended up taking it because we got stuck. So we didn't end up, okay, so then we left about like 1, but we had to turn around because my husband was supposed to have an MRI the next day and he has a gadolinium allergy, so he has to take a prep. It's It's like methylprednisone or something. It's to like help him from having an allergic reaction. So I forgot the prep in the car, so we had to turn around. We wasted an hour, then we went back. So we were gonna get up there about 5. So we drove. It was good. We were making good time. Everything was good up until about half an hour before we got to the house. You know, it was starting to get dark and it was starting to get colder, so the roads were getting icier from like all the snow. And like, I guess nobody had chains on because there were a bunch of like semis that, you know, got like stuck in the snow. Huh?
Like icicles?
Like icicles? Yeah, we saw lots of icicles. So a bunch of semis got stuck in the snow. So we were stuck waiting behind like all these semis to get their chains on the tires and you know, everybody to like move. So it took us like half an hour, but we finally got going. It was like starting to snow already. It was
There was already ice on to the bricks.
on the bricks.
Yeah, and you need to do tire drains. You have to get rubber tire drains
Tire chains.
to get them out.
Okay, so we finally get there. We get to my stepdad's. The driveway is like covered in snow. There's like at least a foot of snow, probably more. So we're trying to drive. So I open the garage and we're able to get through and into the garage. So I'm like, okay, we're good. We're fine. So we're in the garage, we get out, we get all our snow gear on and we play. We let Oliver play for a couple hours. It's starting to snow pretty badly. So I think we decided to see if there was like anything to eat there because it was pretty late. We weren't initially expecting to be there that late, but you know, circumstances. So we found some pasta and we found some sauce. So we made like a quick dinner. Oliver played in the snow for a little while. He came inside, I made dinner. We let him go back outside and play in some more snow. And then we decided we were gonna drive to Flagstaff because it was about like 8:30. It's only a half an hour drive to Flagstaff. We were gonna go get like this place that we like to go there, Pizza Patio, where they have like a fully vegan menu as well as like a fully Omni menu. They've got, you know, everything that's Omni is vegan. So they make like all this stuff in-house, like the sausage and the pepperoni and the, you know, ranch dressing. Like we go there every time we go to Flagstaff. It's sort of like a ritual. Usually when we go up to Flagstaff, we stay at like the Little America. If you're from the area, you might know that place, but it's like the Little America Hotel. We always stay there. It's been like renovated in like the last few years and it's really gorgeous. We always stay there. But now that we have like this place in Williams, you know, save us money, stay at my stepdad's place. But yeah, we were going to drive to Flagstaff. We were going to get some Starbucks. We were going to pick up some Pizza Patio, a couple appetizers or something just to get us home. So we get all our stuff in the car. We get in the car. We're trying to back out. And we get stuck because it's now snowed more and the tracks that we came in with, we didn't back out fast enough. We probably could have gotten out if we had backed out fast enough and like not tried to go slow, but we didn't back out fast enough. We ended up getting stuck. So we were trying to dig ourselves out. We tried to dig ourselves out for an hour and we got nowhere. So I was like, crap, we're gonna have to stay here. I've got cats at home that I didn't leave enough food for because I wasn't planning to be gone this long. I wasn't expecting it to be snowing this much. But finally, after an hour, we just had to like resolve the fact that we couldn't get out of this driveway and we were going to have to try again the next morning. So then we had to like try to dig ourselves forward to get back into the garage. And that took a little while, but we finally got the car in the garage, but we couldn't get out of the garage or we couldn't back out. So we had to stay the night. So we basically just went to bed. Like I put Oliver to bed because it was like 10 o'clock at this point. Cause we had went to leave at, 8:30. We like got stuck for an hour. Then we spent like another half an hour trying to get into the garage. And by the time we got back in the house, it was 10. I didn't have any contact solution. We didn't have any toothbrushes. I brought some skincare because I was planning on taking some pictures for some, like reviews I was doing. But we didn't have anything else and there was no other food. So I put the kid to bed. I put Oliver to bed. And then I took like a really hot bath because I was so cold after, digging out of the snow. At one point I thought I was going to end up with like frostbite on my fingers because I wasn't wearing gloves at first. And then my fingers just got so cold and then they wouldn't warm up and I thought they were like kind of purple. but we're fine. All my fingers are here. So I laid in a warm bath or a hot bath for 2 hours because I didn't want to get out. And then I went to bed. So we wake up around 7 because it's supposed to snow again. It's supposed to snow a ton. So my husband wakes up before me. He wakes up at 7. I wake up at 7:30. So he's already out. He's got his snow gear on. He's backed the car out to the point where we got stuck last night. He's out there trying to get us unstuck. I put snow gear on me, on Oliver, and we go out there and we try to dig ourselves out some more. So another 45 minutes of digging, we're finally free. We digged for a long time. And by the time we're getting ready to leave, it's really coming down. There's a ton of snow coming down. My husband wants to get out of there. I wanted to take some snow pictures. I'm like, at this point, you've already missed your appointment. The cats are going to have to wait a few more hours anyway. We don't know what the weather's going to be like, driving back up if we're going to get stuck anywhere. So we're driving, but we end up leaving because he's mad. So we leave and we have to drive to Ash Fork to get to the 89. So I'm on the phone with my stepdad this whole time. We're trying to figure out, are we even going to be able to get home? Because it's snowing. Roads have been closed all night. I guess they closed a bunch of roads overnight because it snowed really bad. It got really icy. There was a lot of accidents. So we managed to get to Ash Fork with no problem. There's no traffic on the way there. There's the plows going through. They're getting the ice off the road. Nobody else is on the road. There was one semi behind us maybe, but nobody was on the road. So we get to Ash Fork where the turn to the 89 is. There's a gas station there. We're okay, we should get some gas just in case we get stuck anywhere and, we have some heat. So we get to the gas station and it's there's people. There's so many people. They're waiting because we thought that the 89 was closed. But what it ended up being is the 40 to Flagstaff was closed, but not the 89. So we ended up in Ash Fork for an hour, getting gas, getting snacks. We thought we had to wait there. And then we ended up talking to the cop and we were is the 89 open? Because I was in the gas station and I heard some people talking and it sounded to me that the 40 was closed and not the 89 because my stepdad was telling me the 89 was closed. So we had waited in Ash Fork for an hour for no reason. We didn't have to because the 89 was actually open. So we finally get home. So all in all, by the time we got home, we were gone for about 24 hours, which was way longer than I expected to be gone. Luckily, my cats were okay. Nobody ate each other. They were out of food and water for a couple of hours, but everybody was fine. Nobody was too mad at me. So that was our little winter storm story. We got caught in a winter storm. So I don't know. I mean, would I do it again? Probably. Because I really wanted to see snow. I don't want to live in snow. I like snow. Snow is fun. I don't want to live in it, but I want to go visit it every once in a while. And this snow was so powdery and so fresh. Ugh. And then we stopped at a rest stop on the way home. It was the last place to see snow before we get to the Phoenix area where the elevation is so low there would be no snow. I forget where it was, but literally 3 miles after this rest stop, the snow was totally gone. But it was snowing at this rest stop. The elevation is crazy, and how snow works and, all that. But we stopped at this rest stop to see some last snow. We did some snowballs. We got some pictures. Oliver had a great time. He really didn't want to leave. He was having the time of his life in that, 2 feet of snow at the house. He was just in heaven. He cried a lot when we had to go because he did not want to leave. So we are going back this weekend. 2 days after I post this, we'll be going back up there. I'm hoping there's more snow because we were initially planning this weekend, this weekend to go. But we had to wait to see if my husband would get the time off because he's waitlisted. Because of the job that he works for, getting time off is not as easy as for me. Where I want to get time off, I just tell my boss, hey, I'm taking this time off. My boss is okay. But for him, he has to request it and wait. And if it's waitlisted, he has to wait and see if anybody else cancels theirs so he can get it. So we had to wait 3 weeks to find out if he was going to get it. But, we found out that he got it. So we're going to go back with my sister and her husband and her 2 kids. So the kids will get to spend the weekend together. And Oliver's going to have a ball. Even if there's not a lot of snow, I'm hoping that there's going to be some. It's supposed to warm up a little. It'll get to about 50, 40s and 50s. So I hope that's enough to keep the snow there, at least some of the snow. It snowed yesterday. So there was a little bit more fresh snow, but I think it's supposed to warm up a little bit between now and then. So hopefully there's some snow up there. But either way, he'll get to play with his cousins. He gets to see no other kids anymore. The neighbors across the street who we usually hang out with, she works in like a hospital situation and she got exposed to COVID, I guess, where her and her husband were a little bit sick, so he can't play with the kids for now or like ever again. I don't know, they're moving. So he may never get to see them again, which sucks. So that was just bad timing. But he's not in school right now, so he gets to see his cousins basically. Yeah. So we're gonna spend the weekend with, you know, my sister and the cousins, and, you know, the kids will get to play, hopefully in some snow, and we'll have a good time. Hopefully. Hopefully we'll get to drive into Flagstaff and get pizza patio this time. But yeah, so that's my winter storm story. I'm gonna leave this on for a few more minutes and then I'll come back. And so I'll show you guys the cotton towels. These are the 100% washcloths. Again, they're really good quality. I really like these. You know, we've got a couple of sets of like random towels that we've bought at like Bed Bath & Beyond, but I really want like a really nice set. We've been living in our house for like 8 years now. And at some point, I really would love to redo the bathrooms, you know, as long as budget permits. I'd really like to, you know, like the guest bathroom really needs like a new sink area, because that one is like all warped. It was like that when we moved in. There was some leak at some point that they never just fixed the, you know, countertop area. So we need like a new one of those. I want to take out like that, what is it, the fiberglass surround that's around the tub right now, and, you know, tile it, get some new tile in there. Probably a new toilet, because that toilet is starting to make like all kinds of weird noises now. Like I would love to redo the stuff in our house. Like we've only been focusing on like the necessary stuff. So we've had to replace the AC. We've gotten all new appliances, but we've already had to replace the washer once. You know, we got a water softener. We had to get a new screen for the back door. And then we had to get the back door sort of like lubricated, I guess, because it was stuck. It was always stuck, and I thought we had to get a whole new back door, but I found a sliding door company that came out and like fixed the wheels, and it slides like brand new now. Doesn't look brand new, but it slides brand new. But we got a new screen for it, which is great. You know, we've replaced the fans, which you can't see. You can see in some of my pictures, we replaced all the white fans that were all like chipped and ugly, you know, builder grade stuff. We replaced them with these really nice, like dark wood, and they were actually not very expensive. We were looking at some of them, and like some of them are like really expensive, but we got these for like 89 bucks. They're like, and they're really nice. I really like them. They just really sort of like bring everything together, because all the wood in our house is dark. You know, we have dark furniture, we have black furniture in the living room. We don't have any light furniture anywhere, so it sort of ties the house together. But we haven't done any, you know, like home upgrade stuff. We haven't redone the kitchen or the bathrooms, or like we need new flooring because the laminate in this place is like not done well. There's like gaps everywhere. He just jumped from this one to this dresser over here. That's a long way to jump. But yeah, I mean, at some point I'd really like to redo parts of our house. But what I was saying is these would be great quality, you know, like to redo the bathrooms and get like all brand new towels, because they're really soft. They feel really great. So I'm gonna leave this on for a little while longer. We'll come and remove it. I'll show you my skin, and then we'll get on with the rest of the skincare. This video is long enough. Okay, I'm just gonna take the washcloth and remove the mask. I love this mask. If you've never tried it, I highly recommend it. It's really effective, and it makes my skin feel and look really good every time that I use it. And again, it's unscented, so if you're looking for essential oil-free, unscented skincare, definitely some to check out. That and the A Vegan line that I reviewed last week, because I really like those products. All right, so that, well, my skin looks red only because I've been rubbing it. There you go. It feels so much better. Oh, Jessie's crying about something. She's crying about Jess. There she is. Jessie. All right, so I guess, well, now we can take a second one. I can dry my face. So here's the tan color, and then they also have gray. They do also have this peacock blue for the towels as well. I really like all of them. They're all really pretty colors. So now that that's done, I'm gonna take Nini Organics Rain, which if there happen to be any of the Boxwalla boxes featuring this still available, I'll link it down below, but I don't know by the time that I post this that there will be. She had a couple of extra boxes that I saw pop up, but I would expect them to be sold out by the time I post this. It came with Rain, which is this size, which as you can see, I love. It also came with this Crimson Beauty, which again, I really, really love. It's such a great hydrating treatment. And then it comes with a small trial of Halo Cleansing Elixir. All right, so now that that is mostly sunk in, I'm gonna take Crimson Beauty and Natura Detox Oil, and I'm gonna mix those two together. That's one of my favorite, 2, 3, 4 favorite combos, and I love this oil. As you can see, I love Nini Organics so much. I guess he's coming out with some kind of like oat creamy cleanser kind of thing later this year. I can't wait. I can never wait when he tells me like about all of his new products. Well, because one, I have to wait for them to release. And then two, they always take like a month to get to me because of, you know, he's overseas and shipping has been pretty slow. So I always have to wait longer. My skin just loves that combo. Still, one of my favorite oils for acne prone skin. Still one that I would recommend to you guys. I love it. It just feels so good on the skin. It feels so like light and fresh. And then to finish everything off, I am gonna take the Fit Glow Vita Rich Cream or Creme, I don't know. I'm gonna take that. Just keeping it simple today since I am sort of like beginning to test another skincare line, which I already really enjoy even though I've only used it once, but I can't wait to test it for a little bit longer and then tell you guys about it. This cream is great too, super hydrating. What's up? Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. I love this kid. He's the best. Are you the best, Oliver? No? You're not gonna answer me?
Yeah, I'm the best.
You are the best, that's right. All right, so that's everything that I've got for this video. I hope you enjoyed this look at Cuddle Plushie and a simple skincare routine that I've probably shared with you guys multiple times. I know I've shared this specific routine over on Instagram, but I can't remember if I've shared it here. I know some of these products made it into my, like, a couple of my favorites videos. The favorites video I did like in November, and then, you know, like my yearly favorites, I know all of these made it in. Except for this, the forgotten favorite. I always, you know, I seem to forget something. So this was a favorite last year as well. It's still a favorite. God, I love that mask. My skin just feels and looks so good when I use it. All right, now I have to go get ready for the rest of my day of cleaning or whatever the heck I'm doing. I don't even know. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for spending time with me, and thank you to Cuddle Plushie again for sponsoring this video. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.